How's it going, everybody? This is Rob Novakast back with another video review type deal. And with this one, okay, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I was not sure if I was actually going to want to watch it. Mostly because I was kind of weirded out with the first season. But to a certain degree, I have this weird obsession of finishing, certain franchises, or at least when it comes down to movie franchises. So, or if anything, when it comes to visual, media, I end up having to watch it. So I went and finished Centuarworld, and honestly, I'm gonna be upfront. The Nowhere King is probably my favorite aspect of this entire show, which is why I'm using him as the poster image for the show. But all in all, they do something really cool with that character. But I guess to some extent, this series has been interesting. I guess to give kind of a full background of what goes on throughout the season, basically you have Horse and the herd of centaurs going from place to place to kind of bring other people together to fight the Nowhere King. While the Nowhere King is combining, animals and humans and other, his own Minotaur to basically, create a new army. And it's just coming closer and closer to the end of the war. But to an extent, things start getting worse and worse, especially with, this whole situation, again, with the Nowhere King. And, also the biggest reveal near the very end of the show. I don't want to spoil it. I ask you guys to go check it out for the most part, just to have a quick understanding of what it is. Now, when it comes to a lot of this stuff that I talk about for this series, I'm gonna be upfront. This is very musical oriented. I think there's like 4 to 3 songs each episode, like almost each episode, that where just out of the blue they just start going into song. It was really weird and very jarring. But I will give credit where credit is due, especially when it comes down to a lot of the unique characters. Although weird, again, very, very freaking weird, and I felt like I was tripping balls, even though I don't do drugs. To an extent, each and every character is interesting. Weird, but interesting. And it's even brought even to more attention when we learn each of their backstories in a very, I want to say strange, but I guess magical would probably be the more appropriate word in terms of context for how they go through everybody's backstories. So all in all, every person's backstory is interesting, to say the least. And you see that every single one of the characters have had to deal with their own problems, and explains why the characters are the way they are. Well, except for one, because one was like just out of the blue. But anyways, and that, by the way, that also includes the Nowhere King. Again, the reveal for him, I don't want to go into too much. Which, honestly, I think if anything, this is just my personal just thoughts on the whole thing, or the whole season. Skip to the last episode, because again, by the end of it, you've collected all of these characters and you have this big battle, and the last episode is basically an hour-long special. And honestly, I think out of all of the episodes, that's probably the best one. And it has a really cool title, which was The Last Lullaby. And I don't want to, again, I hate to spoil it for this, but I ask you guys, if you're gonna watch this show, the one will probably be the one that was probably the best episode out of everything is going to be the last episode. Not only does it give a really good twist of the villain as to why they are the way they are, but to a degree, it really is just, I guess if anything, the most you get out of the show, I should say. So, anyway, the show, just giving final thoughts, because I want to make this a quick review. It's weird. It's zany. I feel like I'm tripping balls. It's very musical oriented. Some of the songs I will admit, I kind of droned out a little bit because it was like every few minutes where they would go into a song. And the only like really good aspect of it, again, like the major aspect for me was the villain. So to a degree, it's all right. Not my cup of tea, but I can see a lot of people liking it. So with that, I think I might go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys for watching this review of Centuarworld Season 2. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.